Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Today I'm gonna give my opinion about the A-5C. I bought it for 60 euros after the crafting event. I got some money and I basically bought it with that. And it's a very good plane. A combination of good bomb loadouts, magics, and the performance of a MiG-19. It's heavier, but it's still there. It's overpowered at 10.0. So if you wanted to grind out China and all you want is performance and just for you to get to the detector immediately, it's good. But if you want it for fun, personally, I found it one of the most unfun premiums I have ever bought. And I bought quite a lot of premiums, mostly low tier ones, because that's I enjoy taking out lineups with like tanks at 2.7 and planes, you know. But with my jet premiums, which is the Harrier GR1, the A5 and the MiG-17 AS and the J35, the A5 is the least fun I have found. Reason being is, in my opinion, the MiG-17 AS takes a bit of skill to use. Same with the J35, because now they removed the tracers, plus the missiles aren't that good. But it's still a very good plane. And the Harrier GR1, I bought it when it became 10.0, so I can't say what I thought of it when it was 9.3 and 9.7. I didn't buy it when it was that. But that was also pretty fun. I enjoy grinding to the tech tree, and also Britain I had rank 4, so I didn't take as much time to grind, although it is my most played aircraft. Yeah, and the A5, I feel like the lack of skill you need to play it makes it boring. I was just there, bombing, going up to like 2,000 meters, finding a person who literally cannot dodge because he's at high altitude and missiles are more effective. And it's just really unfun, because you can't say like I use my head while in a dogfight. It's pretty boring. For example, today I had I got a 7-kill game, 3 A10s, an F100, an AV8 and a Phantom, and I think it was a MiG-19 as well. It's not that fun, honestly. I didn't feel that good after getting those kills, because at the end of the day, I know I'm not even using my full potential when I'm using the plane, because it's such a good plane and it's so overpowered for the BR that you don't feel good using it. You just don't. And that's the problem with it, I find, is that it is such a good plane, you don't even need to use your skill, and it becomes boring. And it's a pretty sad situation that you're in, at least if you want to use your head, because honestly all it is go to your base, the base you want to destroy, get the bombs off, and there's going to be other Air5s who want to destroy the base, and that's really frustrating. And then you just go up to like 4,000 meters, launch your magics at like someone who doesn't have flares, usually being Phantoms, J35s, or something like that. I usually launch them at those, and then if there's not already like 5 A10s behind you, you go attack the A10s, or if you feel a bit confident, you go for the other better planes. Usually that's what I do, because I know I can take them on, and I try to make it a bit easier for my teammates. Also, yes, when you are using the magics, try to get priority targets. Don't focus on the A10s for the missiles, don't do that. Because it's a waste of missile, you can get those with your guns. And I want to say something about the guns. They are so bad. They are low velocity, and at that tier you need fast guns. I would rather have the MiG-19 guns rather than that. I think they are called the NR30s, the MiG-19 guns. I would rather have NR30s than the fucking bullshit that this thing has. What are they called? Type 23 2Ks. They're so bad. The damage output isn't that bad, but the velocity is abysmal. To the next point, A10s. They are a big problem at the BR. One, they have A9Ls, which, if I say is going to be a bit overpowered, is ironic, because this thing has magics at 10.0, which is absurd. But you don't have that many flares. You have 18, and I feel like they don't do that much. Maybe they nerfed the flares, I don't know. If they did, it's a good change, because flares were too powerful. You would literally just press your flare button once and the missile would be spoofed. Also, I got the A5 because the Chinese sector is a problem within itself. I am about to mention every original Chinese plane, at least in my opinion, because you could say, but there's not those planes in other sectors. And you would be right. For example, the V12 or the V11 and the CW21, P66, okay, they might be original, which I think are originated from America even, they're just not in the American tree. They're fine, but they're bombers, and the P66 is okay. The CW21 is overpowered, and I think it's gonna stay like that. The Martin 139 is just the American beat, and the HS123 is the one in Germany. I-15 Bist and the I-153 is the same one in the Russians. Gladiator Mark 1 is the British. P40E1 is P40. H81A2 is the P40C, which was an American event vehicle. KI-44 and KI-61 and I-16 Type 17, those are all Russian and Japanese. And then you have the P-47s. Mosquitoes, B-25 Mitchells, IL-10s, LA-11s, LA-9s. One thing though about China, which is, I feel like, which is good, there are a lot of event and or premium vehicles from other nations. So, for example, the P51 D20 is a premium in America. The P51K, I think, is the D30, but like it's quote unquote unique. The LA11 is a limited time premium, and you can get it in the tech tree. The P43 is an American event vehicle. So you do kind of see why you kind of can grind the tech tree other than the top tiers. But yes, right now I'm also grinding a bit of Japan. I'm grinding the F86, F30 and later the F40. And I did not want to sit through grinding a copy and paste tech tree normally. You might call me a wallet warrior, I don't give a shit. It's just painful. I love the MiG-9L, but come on man, I am not gonna grind that again. The J2 is kind of unique because it's the only fighter in game which gets a bomb reticle, I'm pretty sure. And then the J2 is just a MiG-19. A MiG-17. Wait, the J2 is a MiG-15 and the J4 is a MiG-17. The J6 is a MiG-19. Anyway, about the MiG-17, the Shenyang F5 is a very good premium. At least it was. It's a MiG-17F, so it has an afterburner. It gets the AIM-9B equivalent. I can't really recommend this plane right now. The BR itself is pretty bad. You get always uptiered to 10.3 and 10.0 and 9.7. And after all, you are just a MiG-17. And honestly, I was gonna get it because I really like the MiG-17 AS. But I didn't, just because the A5 would get me that rank 6. And it's honestly overpowered, that's why I got it, just so I don't have to grind that much. But honestly, I didn't have fun using it, and that's why I'm so relieved I don't have to use it again. Again, they have an NF100A, the Chinese, which is basically NF100D, with only AIM-9Bs and no flaps, and I think it has a weaker engine, so it's worse. The F104A is just a normal one, like other tech trees, and the F104G is actually worse than the Italian and German one, because the Italian one gets, okay, it only gets to M9J, but it gets flares. The Chinese one has 4 M9Js, no flares, and it's at 10.7, while the other F104Gs are at 10.3. The German one obviously is the best one because it's at 10.3 with 4 M9Js and flares. And then you have the F5A, which is basically the same F5A, which is a premium in America. But it doesn't have Mavericks, it only has bullpups. It gets AIM-9Ps, which is basically an AIM-9J, but it has the weaker engine. So it's not as good as the F5E. And the repair cost is as much as the F5E, which is unfair. But this is a minor nation, so you expect high repair costs. I'm not gonna bother talking about the Q5 and Q5A and early. I don't have them, and I'm not gonna give my opinion on them. All I can say is they look pretty shit, because they just look like that. Obviously the F80 for G21 is good. I think it's the same one as Italy. Yeah, it is, which I grinded. It's a pretty fun plane. Obviously TO4, that's fun, but high repair costs. H5 is just an R28. TO2S 44 is pretty good. The TO2s in general are pretty good. And then the PB4Y is just a bomber, same with the P1Y1 and whatever. And if you want to buy a premium, which is a prop, I would recommend the KI-84 or the A6M2. Honestly, both of them are good. I mean, one is a 0 and the other is a KI-84, and those are pretty meta vehicles. But yes, the A5 I would recommend it. I didn't have fun using it. I'm very happy that I actually got to the J7E. It's a really good plane. I only played like 5 matches with it, I think. Yeah, 5 matches. But I'm already in love, because the MiG-21 BIS was one of my favorite jets, if not the favorite, when it was top tier, when it was the best jet in game. And it kind of got... it's not that... It's pretty good still, but it's not as good as it used to be, because now there's MiG-23s. There's the German one, which is stupid because the event one had their 60Ms. And it's stupid because Bissau, I'm pretty sure Sau is just the pod, which it carries, but whatever. I think that they just did it like that because there's the MiG-23M after it, and just get that, and people won't really care. Anyway, the MiG-21 BIS was one of my favorites, and the J7 recently got a buff for the missiles, and I wanted it partly because of that. But also, its wing shape makes it have really good energy retention. So, yeah, it's a pretty good plane. It is pretty worth it to grind the whole texture just for that one plane. The J8, I'm still researching it, so I can't give my opinion on that. Also, note that I had China up to rank 2, and I was researching the B25, P47, I-16, anyway, all of the first rank trees. So I did have rank 1 and 2 cut out for me, basically. So it might take you a bit longer, and obviously how good you are at the game matters, and what games you get, what teammates, and all that stuff. Yeah, I would recommend the A5. It's a very good line grinder as well. Like, it's so good. I can't express how good it is. I grinded premium time, so it got me faster, and my time with the A5 was still pretty unbearable. It's a good plane though. It's very good for grinding, and I can't say anything bad about it. What I can say bad about it is it's overpowered, and honestly, it should be at 10.7 or 10.3. Reason being, in my experience, my friend was playing the F104G, the German one. We kept getting full up to 11.3 or 11.0, doesn't matter. And I was doing well in it. I could get my bombs on target, I could get kills. The only reason why it's at 10.0 is just because it's a premium and nothing else. I know this sounded a bit more of a rant than my opinion, because I kind of jumped between things. But honestly, get the A5 if you really want to grind China. If you want it for fun, don't get it. It's I didn't like it personally, but again, it is overpowered. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and for hearing me rant about this fucking plane. And I'll see you guys next time. I will probably make a review on the J7, and if you guys like this type of series, I'll continue making more about my favorite planes and other planes that you guys suggest me. Because right now I'm in a mission to get top tier in every nation. The only nations I really need to get top tier in is Japan and France now. France is gonna be my last one because I don't really like France. And Japan, I already have the kicker, so I have jets unlocked in Japan. So I think that's gonna be my next goal. So if you guys have any suggestions, tell me. Also, I have the Swedish and Italian tech tree finished, the air tech trees, and Germany, all I need left is the MiG-23 MLA and some random BF 110, I think, or some MF410. So I basically have that unlocked as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave your suggestions down below, and I'll see you guys next time.